Hi, this is Vicki with Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome back to our learning session on winter. How did your little ones like the story of the mitten? And tell me, how many pretend cups of hot chocolate did you have to order? All of that pretending, ordering made me actually want the real thing, and I made myself some hot chocolate last night. It was delicious. Well, let's get on to this week's activities. Let's start with number 5. This is activity number 5. We're actually going to make snowflakes from paper bags. You can use the same technique on envelopes as well. And in your box, you're going to find a set of paper bags, lunch bags actually, rubber banded together. You will see two different kinds of lines on the bags, one actually in pen, and I think maybe blue or purple, and the other one actually in pencil. We're going to first do our cutting, which is going to be on the pencil lines. And then on the other lines where there is pen, we'll do gluing. So let's look at the overview first. If you put the bottom of the bag facing down, down towards you, and the top of the bag up at the top away from you, you can see that the outside edges are actually where we're going to cutting can actually happen. First, we want to cut the top corners off on the left and the right along those pencil lines. And then on the next edges, there's some triangle cuts, but you could do whatever you like on the edge, just as long as you don't cut down here, which is where we're going to actually glue. Now once the cutting is finished, we're actually ready to glue the bags together. And using your glue stick, you're going to glue down the middle and across the bottom of the bag from left to right. And then once you have one glued, you'll place another one right on top of it, and then glue that one until all of them are stacked like they are here on the right, and you're going to let them dry. Once they're dried and the paper bags are now glued together, we're ready to actually turn it into a star. So you want to turn the bags on their side, and now all we have to do is grab the top bag and glue it to the last bag by pulling it up and around the bags. And you can see this is the bottom bag, and this is is the top bag. And once they're glued together, them together, they'll look like these over on this side, which are so pretty. Very, very nice. You could hang them by just punching a hole in one of the things together and hang it up someplace. If you want to do smaller ones, use small envelopes or small bags. You want to do even bigger ones, you can use grocery bags. How fun is that? This is activity number 6, magnetic snowflakes. In your box, you're going to find a bag of popsicle sticks with magnetic strips on the back. The sticks should stick to your refrigerator or a cookie sheet. Each snowflake, actually in nature, is totally unique, and so will be the ones that you make or your child makes. The ones that are not made with the popsicles, these guys down here, are actually real photographs of snowflakes. You'll notice how they're symmetrical, meaning, the top looks like the bottom or the left looks like the right. Some of them can be spiky, like this one here with the pointy parts, or they can be even kind of almost round like this one, right? It's all of them kind of almost making a circle. Amazing. But maybe your child could explore making different kinds of shapes with their popsicle sticks, or even making symmetrical ones like we're seeing over here, or even rounded ones. We can't wait to see what they do. This is activity number 7, coffee filter snowflakes. We have a number of different kinds that you can actually make with coffee filters. So you actually have 5 or 6 coffee filters in your bag. The first one that you can start off with is actually just the plain white snowflakes. You'll need your scissors, and you'll need to fold your coffee filter like this one. I normally do it in half, and then half again, and then half again. You want to do it as small as you can get it, but the child can actually still cut it. And then let them cut. Doesn't make any difference where. And once they're finished, just unfold it and you'll end up seeing what kind of those unique cuts actually did. Can't wait to see what you do. But there are many ways to do these. So here's another way. The second version allows the child to decorate the coffee filters with their markers. And then once the design is made, they can squirt them with their water bottle or a spray bottle, and it'll make the ink run. Let it dry and then repeat the cutting process like you did in our first snowflake, and you'll end up with a colored, beautiful design. This is our third version, which is actually to use paint on the coffee filter before actually cutting it. And you can see the child has actually used a number of different colors throughout it, which is kind of neat. So when they cut it, they end up with different colors all the way around it, which is also a different technique and quite lovely. The process for cutting is exactly like we did in the first one. Our last snowflake version is to actually cut the snowflake as a plain white snowflake like you did before, and then open them up and use crayons and markers to decorate the snowflake. Now this person wrote the word snow in all the snowflakes, but I think stripes and dots would have been just as nice. This is activity number 8. Bead snowflakes, and in your bag you're going to find a set of pipe cleaners already connected. You want to straighten them out so they kind of make a star like we see in the first picture, and then on each prong you want to start and add 7 beads, however they like, and on the last bead of every prong you want to tuck that pipe cleaner back through the bead so that they won't actually come off. And when you're done with it, it should look like this last snowflake on the right. Now this is our last snowflake and actually our last activity for this week. Next week we're going to do some paper crafts. Talk to you then.